Hey everybody, it's Tuan and Guy, aka Brother Bigness, and it's been a while since I have done a video, so Happy New Year to everyone. I hope so far your 2009 has been a blessed one. I know mine has. This year I decided I'd take a different take. I would do a different thing with my videos and not just recite poetry like I initially intended or whatever. I wanted to attack some issues and see what kind of feedback I'd get by asking questions about things that are going on in our community. So I wanted to talk about sex. Something that I love to talk about, something I think everybody loves to talk about, but I wanted to deal with some specific issues, and it's going to be entirely too long for me to talk about all of it in one sitting, so it's probably going to be like a three-part series, if you will, about, sex. The first part, however, we're going to discuss whether sex, more specifically gay sex, is moral or immoral, and what people think morality or immorality is. Recently, I heard and was reading articles about everybody being all up in arms about Rick Warren and the things that he said about gays and lesbians just want to have multiple sex partners and blah, 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 blah. And I expect someone like him to say something stupid like that. And I had a conversation with my mother about, some of the things that he said, some of the things that people think about morality and immorality, all of that. And, she has some interesting views, being a preacher's wife and a minister in her own right. But I just thought I would give my take on it. Kind of like the world according to Brother Bigness. First of all, I think sex is a beautiful thing. I don't think there's anything nasty about it. I don't think God has a problem with it. In fact, He made it. Since He made it, rather, I think it's wonderful. But a friend of mine said that sex is also kind of like a tornado that tears everything up in its path. And I think it's like that when it is used irresponsibly. Is sex, or specifically gay sex, moral or immoral, is the question that I'm posing to everybody. Please feel free to leave comments, to post videos, do whatever you want to do, but I want to start a dialogue and find out what people think about sex. My thing with it is, like I said before, I don't think it's immoral at all. I don't think God has a problem with it. I think when people who have character deficiencies start using sex as a weapon, start doing things to get sex, that's when immorality comes in. Let me clarify. When a person lies to their spouse, to their girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, whoever, just to get sex, that's immoral. When you cheat on your significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, and that, and betray their trust, that's immoral. When you are HIV positive or have any other STD, and you have sex with someone without disclosing that information and robbing them of their opportunity to choose what they want to do with their bodies and put their lives and their health in jeopardy, that's immoral. And I think that's where God has a problem with it. I think that's where morality or immorality steps in, when a person who has unjust or intentions that are just bad, in order to get sexual gratification. I think that's wrong. That is absolutely immoral. It doesn't mean the sex itself is immoral, but everything around it, what led up to it, all of that kind of makes the whole thing immoral. And specifically in the gay community, since cheating and lying and spreading HIV and not disclosing and just being bastards. I mean, that is just pitiful. I mean, and I can understand why, someone like Rick would say some stupid BS like he did, that all of us want just multiple sex partners and all of that, when that is not the case at all. But that's the stigma that has been put on gay sex because of people who, like I said before, have character deficiencies. So I think if we are going to, at least as a black community, if we are going to have healthy attitude about sex, if we're going to have healthy dialogue and conversations about sex and sexual diversity and sexual orientation versus sexual behavior and all of the things that we really need to talk about as black people, without there being any taboos and all of that, we have to fix character deficiencies and stop saying that sex in and of itself is an immoral thing. Well, that's my spiel on it. That's what I think. And if you want to comment, I welcome it. And hopefully we can create some dialogue in our community about this. Next installment will be sex parties. What's the real deal behind them? Until then, peace.